Welcome to the Schmitter's 100 Acre Woods. So today we're out here, don't have any machines, and we're playing with the GPS and trying to collect some points. So this is partially a test of a new system, but also collecting some items that we hadn't gotten to yet when we did this last. So have a Trimble unit and the associated program with that. It's an Esri program. They've switched stuff up to where you're using an iPad and kind of using stuff there, so doing a test to kind of see how it works, and the 100 acres is a perfect spot to be able to collect some data. So started up there kind of in the open, collected a couple points, kind of got everything going. So down here we hadn't gotten the water meter and the hydrant yet, so go ahead and get those points collected. With that system, you can get pretty accurate data. For our purposes, it doesn't need to be 100%, but for Dad's application at work, I'm kind of getting this tested out to make sure everything is working as it should. So back here is kind of the area that we're talking about putting the wood yard eventually. Just off the main driveway, kind of in this flat open area, lots of room to get a building and have area to bring logs on. Don't have the slopes like we have now that kind of cause a little bit of issue, but lots of area to store logs. If people need to bring logs over, an area where those can be dumped and picked up. And then kind of to the north of that is where we then put the firewood yard as well, so kind of keep all of that close and everything there. So walked up toward the home site here and gonna collect some data on kind of where the valve cluster will be. So we're gonna run the water up to about this location where we're standing. We'll put in some valves for kind of a hydrant in this area potentially, and then kind of an eventual house, and then a valve to shut off the water going to the barn as well. So kind of just a preliminary area. So this will also be where we'd want the power run up to and have like the primary come up to that area to have a secondary transformer put in to then put our post in for a shut off. So gonna walk back to the food plot and collect some data back there as well. So it's a nice crisp day today, so nice for a walk. Ground's still a little frozen. You can see we still have some snow on the ground. Starting to melt, but pretty nice day out with the sun. So we get around here to the food plot area and just kind of collecting a handful of points here to kind of see how big it is. Kind of a reference point of what is currently here versus kind of what it hopes to expand to. So kind of this coming up spring-ish time, I'm hoping to get some more clearing kind of here in front of me or to the left now of some of those trees over there to open this up and make it a little bit larger. This is just kind of what we got done initially, but we should be able to expand this pretty easily by getting some of those poplars out of there and opening this up. So yeah, that area there is kind of what we're looking at. So go ahead and just do a walk around here, come up to about the 800, and just do a walk back, kind of check on things. We did the clearing that if you've watched that video, kind of opened up and got some of the trees out. Haven't had a real chance to test that out yet, but just kind of doing a visual inspection and seeing you know, how that's opened up and everything right now. This is one of the trees that we dropped there on the left, so gonna wait for the 62 to get that pulled out. Explain that in that other video. Went ahead and got it dropped, and gonna get it cleaned up later. Just with how the ground was that day, it wasn't gonna be productive to try to get it out. And it's a nice tree. If we can get kind of 12-foot sections out of it, we'd be able to put that on the mill and get some nice logs. So I actually had a tree fall down here about the 400. Just about took out our posts. So here, just looking at the tree by the 5 and how we're going to eventually have to take it out for our long range activities. Here, just had that tree, just about took out our post. That's at the 400. It is just a dead one that broke off, so we'll be able to get the hook to that, get those vines cut, and kind of get it pulled probably down here to the green hole and get it pushed in. It's so far gone that it wouldn't be worth firewood. So it's one thing, you just never know. Haven't really had any storms, but just with all the dead trees and everything around, you just never know when something's going to fall across the path. That's why typically when we go over, definitely if we take a machine with us, always take a chainsaw, just because you don't know if there's going to be something that you need to cut to get through. So that's just a quick video, kind of walking around and seeing what all's there for the 100 acres this time. So go ahead and post some of the pictures here of kind of the area. So here's just an overview shot of the entire 100 acres. You can see the data around what the perimeter is, and then all of the trails that we have going, and then our long range activities, kind of those collected from there, and then some of the points that we have. So some of this this is up to date from what we collected the other day. So you can kind of see on the left hand side the water and everything that we collected there at the entrance. I'm going to go to a zoomed in view here so you can kind of see kind of some of the drive area, and then the water there on the left hand side, and then the trail. So you kind of have the Y about the middle of the page, so kind of one of the trails that goes through the woods, and then our north trail kind of goes off at 2 o'clock. The one that's at kind of noon going straight up and across, that one we've essentially abandoned. It's still passable, but can get to it. Here you can see the trail going across the north side, and then the about 4 yellow dots there at the top. That's the food plot area. You know, these aerial photographs are fairly old, so you can't really see any of that clearing yet. So that's why we kind of collected that data. And you can see, I don't think in the last time I did this video I had the trail along the south side or along the far east side, so you can kind of see that as well, how it follows essentially that back property line, and then same thing with the south side, how that trail kind of follows along, gets close in points, but kind of just follows the property line there. So just kind of giving you an idea of kind of the map, and if you hadn't watched the other video, kind of how the 100 acre looks and kind of what all we've done with it. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.